I think it's time to give your friendship a fighting chance to save itself. And if it doesn't, I guess it's time to call it a beautiful memory. Yeah, you're the kind of person that, likes to fight for their friendship, likes to put in all the effort to make sure this friendship works out. And I think it's the right way to do it. A lot of times people just overlook friendships. We put in a lot of effort to save relationships. If your relationship isn't going well, you put in a lot of effort to know why it's not going well. But when it comes to friendships, there's just that nonchalant behavior. If it's not working, it's not working. People do that. People tend to do that. And it's always refreshing to see people who actually fight for friendships. It's always refreshing to see people who actually put in effort. It's always refreshing to see people who try their best to see the best in other people. I know that could be you. You're trying your best. You're like, there's probably a reason why they're not reaching out. There's a reason why they're not calling. There's a reason why maybe they're going through something. Maybe they're going through life. Maybe something is, happening on their own side. Maybe I should be putting in the effort now. Maybe it's my time to, fight. We both can't be fighting at the same time. Let me fight for the friendship now so that in the future they will fight for the friendship, You always try to make that effort. You always try to think about the best possible reason that the friendship isn't working out. And then, you put in that effort. And that's actually the way to do it. And I really, really, really agree with you on that. But my friend, there comes a time when you have to let the friendship fight for itself. You can only fight to a certain level. Friendship is a two-way thing. The person has to be as interested in the friendship as you are. And it's okay if you have seen them, you felt like they were in a terrible time and all that. And that's why you are tolerating certain behaviors from them. But there comes a time when you decide. Nobody else will decide this for you. It's just you. Because the friendship is between you and that person, not any other person. It's between you and that person. So you decide on your own when it is time to pull the plug. You decide on your own when it's time to let the friendship fight for itself. Yeah, I know in the beginning of this video I said it's time, but at the end of the day, it's you who decides when it's time. Because as much as loving people, loving someone is what friendship is about, there is a love that is greater than that love, and that is love for self. If you don't love yourself enough, you will keep putting yourself in situations that are disrespectful. And that's why you have to decide for yourself when is the right time to pull the plug. Honestly, that's something that nobody can tell you. You have to decide for yourself. Just like in relationships, there's a time you decide that, it's time to pull the plug. Same thing in friendship, there's a time you pull the plug. And when that time comes, do not feel bad. Do not feel like you are giving up on your friendship. Yes, you are, but you put in the effort. You have tried your best. You have to look out for yourself. Because one thing with fighting for a friendship to the level where you shouldn't be fighting is you get to the level where you begin to hate that person, and then the friendship ends with hate. And then whenever you think about that friendship, all what comes to your mind is hate. You don't want to get to that level. You want to be able to pick a time in the friendship and say, you know what? I'm going to stop fighting. Let this friendship fight for itself. If it dies, it died a natural death. I don't want to get to a level where I have to kill the friendship by myself. Because honestly, that's where a lot of people get themselves to. They fight and fight to a level where the friendship just, struggles so much, and they start, having feelings of hate towards the person who they loved so much. You don't want to get to that level. So this video is not an excuse you use to give up on your friends. This is actually a reminder that if you're at that point in life where you feel like you're putting in too much into a friendship and you're not getting anything in return, you are at a point where the friendship is draining you. This is a reminder for you to, pull the plug. Let it fight for itself. Let it take its natural course. If it survives, thanks be to God. If it dies, thanks be to God. Either ways, you made the best decision and you have the best memory of that friendship. Thank you very much for watching my video. I have some other videos you might want to check out, and I'll see you some other time. Peace. You have a lovely day.